Tourism is one of Arizona's top export industries and generates thousands of jobs, millions of dollars in earnings, and billions of dollars in tax revenues, all of which directly impacts every Arizona resident. The Copper Corridor communities in Arizona consist of 11 communities that have an amazing potential for a fruitful tourism industry. These communities are Globe, Hayden, Kearney, Miami, Oracle, Oracle Junction, San Manuel, Mammoth, Superior, and Winkleman. Rural tourism has turned into a leading economic activity and can be a suitable way to enhance economic advantage and employment. Preparing for tourism demands that a rural community take a critical look at itself because rural tourism is extremely different from urban tourism. Rural tourism is about small, locally owned businesses that support families.
I'm Craig Utier. I'm the editor at Phoenix Magazine. Well, it's always been a central part of Arizona's economy, from what I understand. We do a lot of tourism coverage in the magazine, a lot of in-state travel destinations. And from people I've talked to, like Marshall Trimble, the state historian for Arizona, it was really the tourism industry that sustained and developed Arizona's economy after the war, after World War II. And there's a definite mystique about Arizona outside of Arizona. The Old West is so strongly tied to Arizona. I think it always pays to let people know across the country and the world what Arizona has to offer in terms of its natural rugged beauty and Old West mystique.
I'm Kimber Lanning and I'm the Executive Director of Local First Arizona. Arizona's rural communities really need to incorporate the small local businesses into their tourism strategy, largely because when you visit a place and you go into those businesses that are there, they're really leaving an impression. So you need to make sure that their customer service is outstanding and that they're really bought into the fabric of their community so they can talk about the various things that are happening there, enlighten tourists and encourage them to come back. Currently, Arizonans spend $6.5 billion a year vacationing in California. So just imagine if we could work together to redirect even 10% of that into our rural communities. And it's going to take all of us to get there. So no matter what your job is or what your role is in a rural community, you need to be aware of tourism and understand that it brings new dollars into your community and offers new job opportunities and other revenue that supports things like fire departments and parks and libraries and those kinds of essentials to make quality of life high in rural Arizona.
I think one of the more interesting developments in Arizona tourism over the last 20 years is the conversion of old mining towns into art colonies. I think Bisbee and Jerome are the two best known examples. Bisbee was a huge copper mining location for many decades. Still has the telltale marks of a mining town, the architecture, the way the town is terraced, where it's located, all of that is very strong. Jerome is another example. The wine industry now is getting big in Verde Valley. Jerome is a beautiful place. And I always thought that Globe had that potential as well. In that part of eastern Arizona, it's actually closer to the valley, so that it has that going for it. And developing that part of Arizona with businesses and encouraging people to go there to take advantage of it, I think there's a lot of potential.
One of the main reasons people decide to visit a place is because they want to have a unique experience, they want to learn something new, and that could be something to do with arts and culture or history, heritage, or traditions in that area. And so really highlighting what is unique about that rural community is essential to building a strong rapport and even a brand identity for that region that will keep tourists coming back again and again. City officials need to be the ambassadors of their communities, and they need to be aware of the overall tourism strategies and the amenities that those communities offer. And oftentimes I'll see a mayor out and about touting what's unique about their town, and I think that's a fabulous way for them to really be the ambassadors of their place. Marketing opportunities in rural places can be a really wide variety of things, ranging from partnering with other statewide organizations and nonprofits to really, again, if you want to have a strong tourism package, you need to involve and engage the small business community. Those small businesses are your front lines, and that's the people that your tourist interacts with on a regular basis, and so you need to make sure they're fully engaged and equipped with all the information they need to share with visitors what is unique about their place, and again, to encourage them to come back again. Rural Arizona has so much to offer, and if we all start thinking like a team collectively and collaboratively, there's absolutely no reason we can't work to build really strong, healthy tourism trails all throughout the state. Phoenix, there's 4 million people here, and Tucson is another 1 million people. Let's figure out ways to get them out into our rural communities, spending money and experiencing all that Arizona has to offer.